Dallas versus Houston, baby. High school football. Who gonna do what? You got Dallas Melvin right here. I'm calling my shot. First game, we got South Oak Cliff versus Richmond Randall. Richmond Randall is undefeated. My boys from SOC gonna put it on them and show them what's up.
You know what? It's so funny, everybody out there.
Just saying.
He was saying the same thing last year.
It's
which they got their butt Peter rolled out of there. Look here, it is my thing. That's the biggest game. That's the biggest game Saturday morning at 11 o'clock in
y'all
Jerry
watch
World.
SOC do their thing.
And y'all watch the #1 running back in the country, a junior. This one Gatorade Player of the Year, Landon Williams Callis, a.k.a. Black Jesus.
But he ain't been hit like them Dallas boys gonna hit him.
Man, you out your mind. That
He ain't been hit like them.
Hold on.
Man.
Never stop. That boy grew up
okay.
hardcore.
All right.
This is the best. I say this to everybody out there. Let everybody know. This is the best running back in the history of Texas ever, bar none. He ain't that far from breaking the record. The boy shifted. He's got something, got that swag, got that funky dip and spin, and tough as an nail. He hurt his calf against our Colony and came right back in that game. And even the crowd was yelling, it was over. Boy had 5 touchdowns. I'm telling you. Now, I would say this. They lost the D-line last year, and I said the edge, but the closer I get and the things I saw, because Oak Cliff got a bunch of fat boys that sit on that line and just stand there. This boy ain't got no lineman. They can't make furniture move, and he still make plays. Rounded will win, Black Jesus MVP. Go see him while it's cheap. The whole country, y'all can see it. No matter where you at looking at this show right now, they'll be on Fox in Jerry's World, and he going to put on the show. The best running back ever in the state of Texas.
Hey, I'm going to give him his props for sure. But he ain't ran against the boys. Everybody, Houston know what's up with SOC. Y'all know what's up with South Oak Cliff. So I believe it at that. Y'all heard it here first. Richard Randall going to get their first loss of the season in a championship game. Great year to them. SOC going to put it on them. And then we got that historic program. The next game, historic program, you got Northshore versus Duncanville. Now, I know who you need to pick, but go ahead, smoke that Houston pipe. What do you got?
I mean, I got to pull for Northshore, but Duncanville got the better team on that. Duncanville got the better team on that.
Duncanville going to Peter roll them boys.
Yeah.
I
don't know about all that.
Roll them
I don't know.
boys.
You act like we say, okay.
Dallas, once again, by the last game on Saturday, Dallas going to be 2-0 against them Houston teams because Duncanville going to treat North Shore like you should be a trainer in the locker room for them boys.
You really confident. You really talking out of noise.
I'm telling you. I've been watching these boys throughout the year, and Duncanville got a squad, just like SOC got a squad. But the other game, and I ain't as confident about this one, but you got DeSoto versus C.E. King. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm picking DeSoto. Not because I don't think C.E. King can win. I think that might be the closest game out of all of them. But DeSoto's been there. Coaches have been there. C.E. King, not a new program, but they ain't been this far in forever. And
ain't never been this far.
You saw that running back from DeSoto. He got 15 yards in the 100 yards in the playoffs.
Okay, if I put an average good back in that system, shout out to my boy Sweet, the receiver coach, at one of my old players at DeSoto, it ain't surprised you do that because you got 2,000-yard receivers, and that opened doors for him. Come on now. Now, see, King got a defense. They got up front. They can go now. So it's going to be – that game is really going to be interesting because they got a good chance of winning that game.
DeSoto
I'm going to go with DeSoto because I'm not caught up in the Houston, Dallas because I got to pull
smart.
Sweeney, Coach Sweeney.
You're a football guy. That's why.
Coach Sweeney's family. So I got to pull for my guy. I can't never pull against him. That's my guy. Like my little brother, one of my old players. I got to pull for my guy. So I'm going to go with DeSoto. But I'm going to say this, though, about DeSoto. Everybody counted them out. The main people counted them out. It was in that community. That's why Coach Mathis went crazy after that game.
Yeah.
Because they took the AD title away from them. They started off 0-2. They had a team in Atlanta because them boys stayed up all night trying with discipline and got beat by. They had 70 scored on them. So everybody counted them out. And what they did at the end, and then end up making it to state, and you play against you had people on the school board and working administrator didn't want to go to game. They knew they weren't going to beat Salt Lake Carroll. Salt Lake Carroll was ranked #1 in the country.
Exactly.
And they put it on their butt.
So
and I got it. They counted them out in their own community, counted them out. And that's why they got a chip on their shoulder, man.
Exactly. So DeSoto just beat arguably one of the top teams in the whole country in South Lake Carroll. They call that team the Blondes because all them boys dye their hair blonde
like
for the
M&Ms.
playoffs every year because they
I
expect
do it
to
the
win.
whole year.
They expect to win, and DeSoto went in there. Shout out to my family that lives in DeSoto. My niece went to school there. My aunt was on the school board. I know what's going on in that community. DeSoto,
well, they doubted them. They're the main ones doubted them.
DeSoto,
so you need to call your haters and say what's going on down there. They counted Coach Mathis out.
They didn't doubt him.
They was the main one. Yeah,
some of them other folks don't know no better might have doubted him.
Yeah.
But that might be the closest game I'll tell you because Seed King doesn't have a defense. I'm giving a nod to DeSoto because they've been there before. That's a big stage for a lot of those kids. It's a big stage for the coaches. From that standpoint, shout out to the coaches, Seed King. He's done a good job in keeping them ready. But once again, I think they're going to go 3-0, baby. Dallas going to show what's up. What's up to these Houston?
I'm going to say this.
In Port Arthur, baby.
Get a shout out to Port Arthur. Get a shout out. My boy Shockman Davis alumni.
Yep.
Devin shout out my boy Jamarcus Hudson. One of the best outside linebackers in the country. Going to be the top outside. I just picked up off in Nebraska, Louisville this week. They all coming. But they blew it. They lost Sismitville. If they would have all the areas, it really would have been on. Now, I'm going to tell you, that Kilgore and Stephenville going to be a good game Friday.
Yeah, it will be.
Friday morning.
Good country.
That's going to be a good East Texas game. So I'm excited. I'm leaving tomorrow because I'm excited to see this kid, Robinson, a freshman running back at Yoakum. They're playing Grandview. That's going to be a good one. So it's going to be fun, man. But I want to say this. You have head coach at Duncanville, my boy Willie Gaston.
Yep.
Mathis, Oak Cliff, Randall. Two black coaches playing against each other. They win. Because winning state as a black coach in Texas, that's huge. It's like a Martin Luther King holiday to me. I'm just saying like it is. We're seeing it in that suburbs. So I got a question for our producer because he know what the feeling's like. Never been to state, dreamed to go to state. But he know what the feeling like playing in state. And he know the feeling like playing for a black coach, my man Jinx. I remember they beat Port Arthur to go to state. That was last time Port Arthur been to game, go to state what they did last week. But I'm just asking you, man, how did it feel winning state? They winning state for a black coach. And not only one for a black coach, he was a player's coach. And I deal with him in college. One of the coolest human beings I ever met, period. How did it feel?
All I'm going to say, it was one of the most exhilarating things I've ever done in my life. Never thought I would be there. And you know, I'm from New Orleans, so I've always had a black coach, but now realizing where I'm at and actually seeing, you know, the history behind, you know, Coach Jinx actually bringing us to that level of playing and we won, like, man, that I will never forget. You know, it's always going to be with me in my heart. I appreciate you, Coach Jinx. Malcolm, you ran the ball like it was no other. You was the #1 running back in the country at that time, and I think you still are, my boy. No offense to Landon Callis, but, yeah, go Steel Knights.
Right. Wait, you still got your ring?
Yeah, I do.
I wish you would have won today. You probably got the case. So blow steel. Yeah. State champs.
State champs. All right.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody can't wear it.
We had his back down here. And I remember they beat Katie. That was funny. I don't know what. Came back when we was pulling for him tough, you know. And no, y'all paid Katie to get the state, didn't y'all? I think y'all played Katie one year and beat them, yeah. I think that. I remember y'all beat Port Arthur and I'm losing to Caney, Trey Williams and them, you know. But, right. But, I mean, that's a good feeling, man. That's really, really deep with it, though.
So, like you said, Truesdale, we got some of the best football in the country right here in Texas, all over the state. You know, you got your big hubs with Dallas and Houston, but you got a lot of talent that comes out of Austin as well, and as well as West Texas.
Well, we're the best in the country. You know, we put up more NFL. We get more NFL draft.
Standpoint, we just talked about some of the best football in the country that you can go see for cheap right now. So I'm gonna throw it over to you to get your Truesdale moment, because I can't believe I know what you're going to talk about, but go ahead and share with him what he was a great football player, but he ain't a smart dude. Go ahead.
I don't
Truth there in a
know.
moment.
I know South's supposed to have a reputation of getting high sometimes. I don't know what he was on, but he called Texas football fake.
Who's that? Who did?
Sapp.
Warren Sapp?
Warren Sapp, coach,
Hall of
D-line
Fame
coach
Warren
at
Sapp
Colorado. Yeah, the one had TCU linemen run through them, which they have Houston boys on that team, and Dallas. U of H offensive line ran through them. Like they got Houston and Dallas guys. And he said, Texas football is fake. I'm trying to figure out what make it fake. That's why y'all getting y'all ass whooped at CU because y'all not coming to recruit Texas and coach Texas high school football. You know, where the fake at? What are you on? I mean, what's going on? Brother, let me tell you, son. You better bring your butt down here and come get you some D linemen because you ain't got no D linemen. Everybody want to play the O-line. It was hard, but D-line was worse than the O-line. We never fake it. We the best in the country. It's like the young man I'm talking about, best ever, might be the best ever high school running back. You look at the history running backs we have. We was always a running state. Soon we turned into a passing state. We turned into a quarterback state. You know, and rest is history. From Drew Brees, Andrew Luck, what's the guy that played for the Eagles? Was the backup, came off the bench, came from Drew Brees College.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, high school.
I know you're talking about. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts here.
Hurts, exactly.
He won a Super Bowl.
Come on, man.
Coming out of Houston.
And they got the money behind him, man. Come on. Fake? Come on, man. Nah, I mean, that brother, you got to be fake as a coach.
Warren, all you got to go do is talk to your head coach who coached Pee Wee ball in Texas, recruits a lot of kids from Texas. And by the way, shout out to Cody Jackson from Tarleton State. He entered the portal. It looks like he's going to be playing wide receiver for the University of Colorado next year. He's from Texas. He's from Houston.
And my thing in the recruiting department, I had to tell them about Black Jesus, and they should have been knowing about him. Sad part about it, his uncle, Mike Lewis, played for Colorado.
So
like, come on, man.
Warren, I know you was a great football player. You suspected this whole recruiting and coaching thing, man. So go talk to some people, get yourself some help, and come to Texas and give some kids opportunities that might want to come play and go to play in Colorado in the Big 12 and make a great career out of it.
And I have one thing else to say to you, Sapp. You work at Colorado. Go down the hall and look at the history. Look at the Thorpe Award. Yeah. My boy Chris Hudson from Worthing Eye. Look at the roster of the national championship. Last time they won the national championship.
I'll take
full of H-Town, Dallas, all that, including L.A. I got to give them some props. Cali too, but H-Town really did. They put them together. Alfred Williams won the war. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know, study the game. But like I say, look at all them awards. All the boys come from Texas, and look at the roster. And look at the thing. Matter of fact, the number one receiver probably going to go first round, transfer from Colorado, and he's from Dallas area.
Yep.
I forgot to get, come on, dog. So it is what it is, but be careful what you say because you got to see them Texas boys next year.
Yep.
Again.
And you got to hear us talk about you like the bottom of my shoe in the tunnel. So with that being said, it's been a great show. Truesdale, I'm super excited with our new partnerships.
And I'm going to say this for the playoffs. Don't get